everybody, my name is Ashley. Welcome to my first YouTube video. If you guys are here from Bookstagram, you guys may know me as Addicted to Pages. I created my Bookstagram around a couple years ago and I have just met the most loveliest people. I genuinely think Bookstagram as a whole saved my life. I thought that a really good way to introduce myself and the books and reviews that you can expect to see on this channel would be to do like a reading vlog. I usually do read fantasy romances, but yeah, I thought it would be really fun for you guys to follow me along. And also, I'm sorry if the audio is really bad right now. I'm waiting for my mics to come in and they come in tomorrow, so hopefully the audio won't be so bad. Yeah, so I thought I could show you guys the current reads that I'm reading and then the next reads that I'm gonna do. So let's get started. So I started Drawn in the Name of Love on the train. I originally seen this book going around on Bookstagram because from what I know, she is also a Bookstagram content creator, but I was really intrigued by the idea of pirates. Or what got me interested in this book in the first place was the author's note at the beginning. It really hones in on the idea that the female main character is not just like a strong badass warrior woman who knows how to fight, because femininity and badass women can be in so many different shapes and forms. I really enjoyed that. I was excited to see how she kind of created a character that was not meant to be a fighter, but more so as a fighter through love, through kindness. Donna represents a different kind of strength, one rooted in compassion, empathy, and the courage to love deeply despite the risks. I crafted the story to show that even the most delicate hearts and souls can navigate epic adventures, face incredible dangers, and emerge stronger not by hardening themselves, but by staying true to their essence. There is profound bravery in vulnerability and in choosing love, even when it feels like an impossible risk. So that is the first book that I'm reading, and then on top of that, since I am almost done with Drawn in the Name of Love, I'm like over halfway through it. I also wanted to start another book in this reading vlog, and I did choose none other than Shield of Sparrows. So I had heard nothing about this book before it came out. I work in a bookstore, and when I saw the case of these, mouth dropped. I had to put one on hold for me. I had no idea what this book was about, and I haven't even read any of Devney Perry's works before, but I was really intrigued by the idea of political fantasy, a land of monsters, of political marriage. So I'm really excited to jump into this one. I've heard nothing but good things about it. Literally all of the reviews have been so high. So I thought I could start this one later tonight as well. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and finish Drawn in the Name of Love. I'm really excited to finish it.
Oh my god, how do I get up there?
So I'm back with a reading update. I did finish Drawn in the Name of Love. To be honest, I did not have that much left when filming this reading vlog, so I'm sorry there wasn't much content regarding it, but I'm excited to give you guys my thoughts. I rated it a 3 out of 5 stars, but I would probably round it up to like a 3.75 to 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I thought the plot was the most cohesive out of the whole story. The characters were so lovable. I genuinely felt like they each had their own motivations and love and stories that made the whole story really feel more real and connected. But yeah, I really loved the world building. I loved the gods and goddesses. I loved the magic. I loved the idea of everything really just being romantic. I think the only thing that I didn't really enjoy was just the writing style, but I am also going to give it a little bit of leeway because this is her debut book, and to me there wasn't like, it's not something that I couldn't look over. Overall, I really enjoyed a pirate story. It brought back a lot of memories from like when I was younger and the books that I would read. But I really enjoyed it. I thought she did such a wonderful job at creating such a romantic world. The love was really great. I thought it was very realistic, very powerful and moving. In this book we follow, sorry I probably should have explained it, in Drawn in the Name of Love we follow Donna, who is the daughter of a pirate who was murdered 10 years ago or so. She was really just a sign, like a symbol that pirates could be domesticated to rehabilitate into human society. So that was kind of her purpose. But she's really whisked away into a magical journey following Captain Calico Pierce. He is a feared pirate, and then we have Donna, who is just a loving, kind, beautiful girl who really her powers and her strength come from her heart. And I would really recommend it if you guys like a YA fantasy romance. Even though this plot line I would say has to do a lot with love, I would say the romance is definitely a subplot. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely looking forward to the second one for sure. So for Shield of Sparrows, I am not even 100 pages into this one, but I'm really liking it so far. There's a lot of things that have kept me interested, like the monsters and the politics of their world. So far we have met Odessa, who is the wrong princess of Quentis. She's not going to be a queen. She is basically overshadowed by her sister May, who is a fighter, a warrior, a spy, and Odessa's kind of just there. I'm really intrigued about this guardian. I think that his screen time in this book has been really great. I kind of really want to know more about him and their connection. Yeah, I'm excited to finish it, and I will be back with another reading update. Welcome to another reading update. Last you checked, I think I was just a little bit into Shield of Sparrows. I'm really enjoying this one. Like I said, the characters are super intriguing. To me, I think their romance is chef's kiss. It's so good. I love the political intrigue. I really am looking forward to seeing where this goes. We have so many aspects of monsters and magic that I'm really curious to learn more about. Odessa is just such a fiery spirit. She has been contained her whole life, almost like a little flame, and she's finally allowed to burn in her new role as a queen, I guess. I think the number one thing in this book that makes me the most entertained is the relationship between the Guardian and Odessa. There's almost like a tension there. They're not supposed to be in love because she is married to somebody else, but I think that their romance is holding up super well. Their banter is just so amazing. They keep going back and forth with each other, where Odessa's kind of figuring herself out and he's letting her, and I really enjoy that. The Guardian is just, honestly, I think he steals the whole show for me in this book. We have been introduced subtly at the beginning, like the first chapter, of what the Crux are. So I'm really excited to see more about them, because from what I hear, they're supposed to be like top of the food chain. And I feel like this book puts us into Odessa's shoes, where she really doesn't know anything at all. She doesn't know the politics or anything like that, and we're really just learning along with her. But I really like that. I think it makes it more interactive than the usual fantasy story. So I am on chapter 58, so I'm really excited. I've been saving the last 50 pages just so that I could film a reaction to it. I think it's easily gonna be like a 4 or a 5-star read for me. I don't know if there's a lot of plot twists, but I do think there will be. Everybody, it is now the next morning, and I did have a couple reading updates for you guys. I did indeed finish Shield of Sparrows, and similar to what I've said before, I really enjoyed this one. I did give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Everything about this was amazing. I loved Odessa, the Guardian. He definitely stole the show for me. Chapter 46 was honestly so crazy. It's been a while since I've audibly gasped at a book like this. There were plot twists and everything that I did not see coming. But other than that, I would really recommend this to you guys. I think this is such a great, solid fantasy debut for Devney Perry, and I'm excited to see what else she's gonna come out with. This reading vlog wouldn't be complete unless I read another book, and I didn't really want to commit to something too crazy because I do have a couple more books I'm planning to read soon. Last night I couldn't sleep, so I wanted something fast-paced and really attention grabbing to kind of help me focus on a book while I was trying to go to sleep. So I did pick At the End There Was You. This is by Wendy Heiss. This is a short little novella. It's about 150 pages or so, but from the description we learned that Death is a physical being. He's an entity that has control over death, and he basically tells the world, hey, you guys have 7 days before everyone's dead. And so far the writing is pretty simple. It's not anything too crazy for a novella, but this year I have also been focusing on a lot more novellas, so I'm excited to see if this one holds up well compared to the other ones. And with that being said, let's get into some more reading. Okay everybody, good morning, welcome to the next day. So last night I did end up finishing At the End There Was You. For a novella, it was pretty solid. There was a lot of plot and character development that took place over a mere 7 days, but I actually felt quite connected to the characters with the little time that I was given with them. For novellas, I have a little bit of a hard time rating them just because we aren't able to spend as much time with the characters, or the development may not be as full-fledged as like a 500-page fantasy romance book. But for a novella, I would give this one a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it had the right balance of character development and plot for, you know, just a shorter sized novel. Some really good pros about this book specifically that I loved were the characters. The plot I thought was really interesting. Like I said before, death is a physical entity and in 7 days the world is going to be over. So that already kind of had a little bit of a mystery aspect to it because I wanted to know, you know, why did death curse them? Why didn't he just end it? You know, why did he give them 7 days to live? And those are all thoughts that we get to experience in the head of Winter, who is our main character. Personally, I really liked it. For some people, you know, an 150-page novel isn't going to be enough to make a really great romance, but in my opinion I thought it did a really good job, and I do really want to pick up the rest of the series because I think there's 3 books and I think they're all around like 100 or so pages. I think the only thing I didn't like about it was the writing style. At the beginning it was a little bit too choppy for me. It didn't really flow as beautifully as I wanted it to, but I was able to look past that because obviously I was really intrigued, you know, by the world, the characters, and everything. But yeah, so that is the final reading update I have for you guys regarding the week. I do want to kind of go back and talk about the reads that I did finish in this reading vlog. To begin, I finished Drown in the Name of Love. This one I rated pretty highly. I really liked it, and it's kind of got me in a bit of a pirate mood now. I've been kind of eyeing a bit of pirate romances recently. So then I finished Shield of Sparrows, which was my highest rated read of the week. I really loved it. I'm not gonna lie, I was already thinking of doing a reread, but I think that might be a little bit too soon. And the last one that I finished was At the End There Was You, which you guys kind of already got my initial thoughts for that one. In terms of, you know, just a quick little outro disclaimer thing, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know the production and mic quality is not going to be the greatest. I did order some mics that were supposed to come in, but they ended up not working for my specific camera because it is an older camcorder. It's not like a actual like DSLR or anything like that. But yeah, so I'm sorry if I didn't film as much footage as I wanted to for this vlog. This is my first ever time making a very long form content in video. I will always enjoy feedback and critiques. I'm always open to them and what I can do to make the video better for you guys and more enjoyable. As for now, I'm kind of just taking things as they come. But yeah, I definitely want to have fun with YouTube for now. I really enjoyed filming. It was not as bad as I was thinking it was gonna be, and the hardest part for me was just that initial jump into actually recording my content and then editing it. With that being said, I really enjoyed this reading vlog. I thought it was so fun. You guys can expect to see more fantasy romance books for sure from me. I'm gonna close out this reading vlog here. I'm gonna link some of my social media down below just so you guys can keep in touch with me there. I'm most active on Instagram if you guys want to follow me there. For all of the bookstagrammers and friends and family that have clicked on my video, thank you so much for sticking around this terribly edited and mastered video. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. And I can't believe I'm saying this right now, but I will see you guys in the next video.